Hi everyone, welcome to 359 English Language Learners 2. I'm just going to give you just a quick video just to remind you what to do this week. We won't be meeting in person. I'll be in Brooklyn teaching. But you'll see on Moodle here, I gave you an agenda. You're going to watch this lecture. It's not here by the time you see the video. The lecture will be there. Review Chapter 1. Oh, that's what my lecture does. It reviews Chapter 1. And then examining different teaching methods. If you were in the 358 course, you read about teaching methods. In this Noonan book, they just do a few teaching methods and it's much quicker. So I just want you to watch two videos. One shows the audiolingual method, or ALM. When I have a timestamp, you only have to watch from the 0.39 39 seconds, or is that to the 2.5 minutes. That's what I mean when I put that. Sometimes here I just watch the first 5 minutes. Some of the videos are 30 minutes. I tell you, so this one you only have to go to the 2.22 minute one. That gives you enough idea. Same thing with this one. After 5 minutes, you understand what it is. And then for the discussion board, you're just going to talk about these two. Only 300 words, and just compare the two, what you think. You don't have to respond to anyone else's. And then you'll do your Chapter 2 summary because you'll have to read Chapter 2. That's it for this week, and I'm going to now just review Chapter 1. Hold on 1 minute, I'll be right back. Okay, so we're just going to quickly review Chapter 1 in our Noonan book. When you, your assignment really is to write a summary, but if you open up to page 1, or it's posted on Moodle, it talks about the goals, and at the end of the chapter, if your summary includes those goals, then I know you've read everything. The only thing you might not be able to do is articulate 3 key principles that guide your approach. For those of you who are already teaching, that's not a problem, but for those of you who haven't been in the classroom, it's okay, you can skip that part. But just to give me an idea that you understand what the chapter talks about. Noonan gives vignettes, which are great, so he really puts us into the classroom and gives us examples. He talks about the methods and the methods debate. Grammar translation, again, there's an example of video of it here. I posted, we talked about it in the other class, and this is really probably the most common type of teaching we see in middle school and high school when it comes to LOTE. We no longer use LOTE, though. It's world language teaching. They're just changing that this year. And unfortunately, ESL teachers use it, and it's not that effective because students are just sitting there translating themselves. They're not really using communicative methods or communicative competence in learning language. Noonan also talks about ALM, or audiolingualism, so be sure you read that. The video shows that as well. And communicative language teaching. Again, communicative language teaching is the idea that students are learning to communicate, and the field of TESOL is really moving away from proficiency and perfection and moving towards the idea that we want students to learn how to communicate. It's much more important that they learn how to be understood and how to communicate than to learn perfect grammar. So this is why this communicative language teaching approach is popular, and the idea that we're not looking at perfection. So keep that in mind as you go forward here, especially as you're writing lesson plans and you think about your certification tests, that it's important that we're shooting for communicative competence. Then it talks about key principles of methodology, what we need to do. We always want a pre-task, then the actual lesson, and then a follow-up. That, of course, is a teacher rule for anything you teach. And let's see, small group discussion. And I think that's about it. It goes over the key points and further reading. So that's it. It's a short Chapter 1. All right, thanks so much. And just be sure you cover everything else. And we'll see you soon. Keep safe. Bye-bye.